You know what? I just realized I didn't ask how to pronounce your last name, but I'm going to give it is it Barrios?
Barrios.
Barrios. Okay. All right. I'm totally screwing this up, but I'm going to just say it anyway. I just want to welcome everyone to another episode of Unstoppable REI. And I'm here with my new friend, Chutima Barrios. How did I do? Pretty good?
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
pretty good.
I have one of those names that people constantly mess up. So I can feel your pain. To always try to make sure I at least give it a good shot. You know what I mean? Because names are important. So, but listen, I appreciate you taking the time to join me here today. And why don't we just jump right in? Why don't you tell me, kind of give me your 30-second elevator pitch, your introduction. Tell me about your story.
Sure. Thank you. Really honored to be here today. So
Yeah.
my name is Chutima Barrios, and I love investments. I started my investment journey from stock investment, just like many people do, because it's easy to start, right? Open up bank brokerage account and you can trade. So after that, I kind of switched eh, my career goal and wanted to do business growth. So I've been working with business acquisitions type of field in the past almost 10 years now.
Okay.
And yeah, so and along the way, my husband and I started real estate investment as a hobby, and it
Yeah.
became another passion. And now we're doing investments for professionals, for other professionals, busy professionals who, they want to have passive income, but they don't know how to start or they don't have time to learn how to do real estate investments by themselves. And now we're helping them by being partnered together. They can join us what is called syndication. So that's
Okay.
our new business model today.
Okay, nice. So now I hear that word a lot, syndication, people throw that around. Can you kind of tell me that kind of in layman's terms? What does syndication mean?
Yeah, so it's about pooling resources together,
Okay.
meaning mainly it's about
Okay.
capital resources. We structure how we want to finance the acquisition, how much capital coming in from the lender, how much coming in from investors, right? And the investors can be those who are actively participating or sponsor the deal, and those who want to really get just passive income. They don't want to do legwork, right? And that's called limited partners. So we pool resources, or capital stack.
Okay, I like that. So can you kind of walk me through an example? So say I am an investor, I want to get going. Actually, you know what? Before we get into that, um, actually, yeah, let's talk about that. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. You just made me think of a lot of different things. So if I want to get started, how would I walk me through how that would work? How would you work with someone like me, an investor? And do you only
Yeah,
work with people that are like brand new investors or people that are seasoned? I mean, how do you choose who you work with?
actually varies. It
Okay.
varies.
All
Yeah,
right.
you can be new beginner. You can
Okay.
be somebody who's been doing real estate for a while, and now you want to change from doing everything by yourself, and you want to work with other investors,
Yeah.
right? Or you want to diversify how you want to receive your passive income.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So if you are, so say, if you're really new and you want to be a limited partner on a syndication deal, right?
Yeah.
You want to understand and learn about the sponsor. You want to make sure they have good track records. They will take care of your investments. You expect the return. So
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. So, what is one thing that you wish you would have known when you started your career?
yeah, for me, I think I would love to learn more about like networking, like what
Okay.
kind of groups
Sure.
are available for me to reach out to. I think that's really the key, one of the keys to success in this business.
Yeah.
Because the more people you know, um, they can help you. The more
Sure.
can help you to succeed your goal, achieve your goals.
Yeah, that makes sense. Have you ever heard the term your net worth is tied to your network? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
believe that's true. Um, so um, So let me ask you this. And I know a lot of this is a question about failure, and I know some people have mixed, different definitions of failure. You fail forward, and you want to have more of a positive outlook on failure. But what would you say was your biggest failure, and what did you learn from that?
Yeah, so I think not really a failure yet,
Yeah.
but things that surprise us along
Okay.
the way
Sure.
um, is we started doing joint venture partnership
Okay.
the first time and did not truly understand how it's supposed to work. As in, joint venture mean both or all partners have to be actively participating in the deal, right? They have to have some kind of active roles.
Sure.
And we didn't structure the deal that way. It was a joint venture partnership, but we kind of give ourselves more, become more active sponsor because we like it. It's just because we like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so that's kind of incorrect or, not theoretically correct, put it that way. But we work along the way and now we have our partners become more active. And also like working with the bank, the
Yeah.
lender,
Sure.
commercial loan, how the bank would like to reimburse us or disburse the renovation loan to
Okay.
the contractor, right? And
Sure.
that's kind of like a lot of issues with contractors and the bank because they the contractors need um their funding as well,
Sure.
right? As they work and they want to disburse the part of their work. So that's the thing that's operation wise. Yeah.
Sure. So it sounds like there can be a lot of moving parts to, I mean, because what you're talking about really is we're talking commercial. This is not really like single family, right? This is
Yeah.
okay, this multi doors. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts. So what advice would you give to someone that wanted to get started in that realm of the real estate industry?
Yeah. If they want to start doing commercial um real estate investments,
Yeah,
um yeah, educating
yeah,
yourself a lot,
sure.
right? But in the end, there's always something that you don't know. You don't know
Yeah,
what you right?
right,
And I
right.
think in this industry, still kind of like you can't wait to be perfect to
Okay,
start doing it, right? You just learn some important aspects and
yeah,
start doing it, and you learn along the way.
sure.
Yes, just make sure you have plan A, B, C, D.
Sure. Yeah. And I think, you know what, it's funny about that. I think that well, probably like a lot of people, I want to uh kind of know everything and have it perfect before I get started a lot of times. And I think
Yeah,
that's so what you're saying is really need to just jump in there and kind of get going, kind of learn along the way, which is that's scary sometimes, right?
yeah,
But that's good advice.
yeah. But
Um
good deals don't wait.
yeah, yeah, you got to
Yeah.
get going. So, speaking of that, what would you say are good resources? What have been good resources that have helped you along the way? If you had named maybe the top three resources.
Three resources. I think
Yeah.
I still go back to the network that I
Okay.
mentioned,
Network.
right?
Sure.
Because that's how I reach out to and ask questions like, how would you do this? How would you solve this problem?
Gotcha.
Um, we join mastermind group, right? So
Okay.
that helps. But we do a lot of networking outside of the specific mastermind group that we join as well.
Okay.
Um, and then we listen to podcasts of other people, right?
Sure.
Many people share their experience,
Yeah.
their learning, their lessons learned. So that's how we pick up things as well.
Makes sense. So this kind of ties into my next question, as to people that have been the most influential to you, like again, maybe the top three people that have influenced you the most in your real estate investing business. Who would they
Yeah.
be?
So actually, I would say the first group of people
Okay,
is my
sure.
family.
Oh, okay.
They're, they're actually my why. So that's like
Oh,
why I want to now focus on real estate investments, right? Because I really want to increase our passive income and have more time to spend with my family.
okay.
Help me focus on this track. And the second group is my um, ex coworkers or current coworkers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate to have been working with super smart people, and I used to work in with a private equity fund.
Oh,
So
wow.
we work with institutional investors,
Okay.
right? So we have the way to analyze investments return, look at things, do operations. So I always think of like, how would my previous employer
Hmm.
think of this problem? How
Okay.
would they look at this deal? What kind of things did I miss? Like when we do due diligence.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty much two main groups so far, but
Sure.
the third group just like yeah, again, my general network that I've been meeting with. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, you mentioned briefly that your family is your why. Tell me a little bit more about that. I mean, do you have small children, older children, and you tell me about the why.
Yeah, I have two young children. They're
Okay.
now, my oldest is going to be 7 years old in
Okay.
September,
Okay.
and the
Wow.
little one's going to be 5 years old in December.
Okay.
Yeah, so very fun age, very they're still demanding and dependent,
Oh,
right?
sure,
But that
sure.
until they're 10 years old, they're gonna hang out with their friends. um, yeah, so would like to spend more time with them. So that's my immediate family, and then I have my family in Thailand. So my mother, my siblings, um, they live in Thailand. So I would like to have flexibility to be able to like fly to Thailand to visit my mom and my brother, my sister. Yeah.
Sure. Well, that's great. So you mentioned, so it sounds like I mean, just from your own vocation, your career, you were pretty heavily involved in investing in financial stuff already. So that was did that make it an easier transition, do you think, to commercial real estate investing?
Yeah, I think I have a pretty good benefits or leverage
Okay.
to transition into real estate investments. One is I know the numbers. I know how to work with spreadsheet. What is IRR? What is
Yeah.
ROI? Like all the investments terms, waterfall stuff like that. Is taking me very quickly. Pick up all the terms very quickly. And then luckily my husband has he practice he has his own architectural practice,
Oh, okay.
so he knows about the codes, how to
Ah,
measure, like look at like how to utilize the space, better utilize the space.
okay.
Some old architectural drawings didn't draw the space really well, so we
Yeah.
can redesign it and increase the rent that way.
Wow. So you guys have a pretty good inside track there
Yeah,
on, yeah, that's
yeah.
great. So what would you say is maybe a common myth with around real estate, or I guess commercial real estate investing in particular, that you can sort of debunk? What would be something that's a common myth, you think?
Yeah, some people think it would need a lot of money to start,
Okay.
right? But with syndication, you can start as little as $50,000,
Okay.
right? If you have 50,000 laying around in your bank account, your savings, you get very little return. Even though this day there may be like 4%,
Yeah.
but real estate can give you more than that, right? And then smaller amount to start. You don't have to be a landlord.
Okay.
So some people think of real estate as being a landlord, and they don't want to
Sure.
with the tenants calling them at night, right? But by being limited partner, you don't have to deal with those problems. Yeah, that's two
Nice.
things.
Okay. So if okay, that's actually interesting because so if I want to be in real estate investing, I'm thinking single family, but I'm also thinking I don't want to be a landlord, um, and I don't have a lot of funds. Let's say I only have 50,000, or maybe I don't have quite 50,000. It sounds to me like syndication with commercial real estate deal might be is that a good first step? I mean, like skip single family altogether and go right to commercial, do you think?
Yeah, and you can learn from that too. You can
Okay,
learn about investments from your partners too.
gotcha. Okay, interesting. So, let me ask you this. So if you were asking the questions here, what am I not asking you about that maybe I should, or that you want people to know about real estate investing or about your business that I'm not asking you about? What should I be asking?
Maybe how can you reach out to me?
Okay, there you go. So how do we do that?
Yep. So we have a website called Rent Roll Capital,
Oh, okay.
rentrollcapital.com. You can visit our website, sign up, like join investor group, and you can keep that way. You can get newsletter from us. Yeah,
Okay.
and we can keep in touch that way. Yeah.
Nice. So, and so the one of the big, I mean, obviously you invest in property yourself, but part of it you mentioned helping other investors. How does that come into play? You kind of partner with people. Is that what you're doing?
So I partner with other operators who have experience in specific market.
Okay.
So I live in Philadelphia, but
Okay.
I would like to invest in North Carolina, right?
Okay.
So I would like to partner with someone who would be able to show up at the property within 1 or 2 hours,
I
right? I
see.
would be able to buy that as well quickly in the same day, but timing not really. We don't really know what the flight availability is,
Sure.
right?
Sure. Sure.
So somebody who can be there at the property if God forbid something happened,
Yeah.
right? Um, and also have like their network of contractor, property manager, right? So somebody who we can trust to help us um, in the operations. So that's partner with sponsors and then partner with other investors who would like to um, start their real estate investment, have passive incomes, someone who wants to be in the limited partner positions.
Okay. And so how does that work? Just sort of big picture. So I've got 50,000. You and I connect up. I want to get involved in the syndication. I'm looking for some passive income. How much can I expect to make and kind of what does that process look like?
Yeah, so usually we will, if I don't know you before, I would set up a call. We get to know each other.
Okay.
I would like to learn your goal. So some investors actually prefer short-term um, investment horizon,
Okay.
as in like this, can I get the money back in 1 year?
Yeah, sure.
Get money back in 3 years, right? So we like to understand that term, that expectation.
Okay.
Um, and then we'll keep each other communicated um, just as things go and then update the news, industry updates to the investors so that they learn along with us,
Okay.
like what to expect. And once we have deals, we present the deals to them.
Okay.
Yeah, so they learn about the opportunity with us and then make a decision whether they would like to put their money into this deal or not. And if they
Gotcha.
would like to do that, we have investment portal to execute a transaction.
Gotcha. Okay. So you've got a system and everything kind of step-by-step process.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. So here's my last question for you. So the reason why I started this podcast and actually a lot of the stuff that I do is because real estate investors have a huge failure rate. You probably already know this, you know the numbers. Probably investors in general have probably a high failure rate. But I wanted to talk to successful real estate investors to find out what they're doing to succeed in an industry that has such a high failure rate. So that's why I call this the Unstoppable REI podcast, because I want to find out what you're doing to make yourself unstoppable. So two questions, kind of two-part question, I should say. One, how would you define the word unstoppable? And what are you doing specifically, or maybe I should say you and your husband, your team, to make yourself unstoppable where failure is concerned in an industry with such a high failure rate?
Yeah, so unstoppable for us is, I think first we have strong passion
Okay.
in real estate investments. We see the beauty of these specific investments, like not just regular return, but also tax benefits. It's
Sure.
just beyond getting money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we provide good quality accommodations to tenants.
Okay.
Yeah, so everybody happy. That makes us, when we think about like what we provide to other people, it makes us happy and we want to keep doing it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and what keep us continue the success, again, education. We educate ourselves a lot. We keep learning about the deals, and I underwrite the deals. I look at deals. I look at opportunity. Keep, you know, analyzing, talking to people, be conservative on the underwriting as well. Yeah.
Nice, nice. I like that. And this is a little bit off the subject, but I didn't even ask you about this, but how do you know Sanjay?
Yes, so that's from the mastermind group that we joined
Ah,
together.
okay.
So we met, um, yeah, through the mastermind group.
Okay. So when Sanjay and I were talking, he was telling me how he runs all these different races. You know how he does the all that I can't remember anyway, marathons and all that stuff. And so he told me about this one particular race called the Tough Mudder. Have you heard
Oh,
that race?
yes,
Okay.
I heard of it. My
Okay.
husband did it one time too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, what's neat. So once I heard about that, I was inspired to sign up myself. Now I haven't signed up yet, but I told Sanjay, you know what? Hold me accountable. I want to get it done this year. So I think I'm going to go in December. Have
Mhm.
you run that race or just your
I
husband?
have not. I
Okay.
just support my husband to do it.
Okay. How long ago did he do it?
I think 2015. That's when he
Oh,
did.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's pretty tough. Looks like it's a pretty tough
Yeah.
race. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
But he has fun. He enjoyed. He was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's a great experience.
Yeah, it
So
seems like it's gonna be fun. I want to give myself plenty of time. I'm gonna start training here, I guess, next month. But anyway, I just happened to think about that. I wanted to ask you about that. Well, good. Well, listen, I really appreciate your time today. I learned a lot. I've been talking recently to a lot of commercial real estate investors. I'm thinking that that's what I want to do. I've been doing, mostly I've done residential, but I want to do some commercial stuff because I want to get some long-term passive and be more of a passive investor,
yeah.
I think, too, which is good. So when I'm ready to pull the trigger, I'll reach out to you and let you know and get some advice from you guys. But I'd love to do another time. Would you be open to coming back again sometime and we talk some more?
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
okay, sounds good. Well, listen, I wish you all the best, and we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Okay, bye bye.